That's disgusting. Those are all dead mice. So I've been sick all week. I'm going to try to make a video without me coughing through the whole thing. So if you notice more cuts than normal, that's just because I had a coughing fit. I'm pulling up on the Canadian River Canyon now, though. Something that I've never seen. It's getting beautiful out here. I don't think I've taken you guys to the Gorge Bridge in Taos yet. Jumped off on the dirt road here just to check out the river, see if I can get kind of close. This is the kind of stuff that like genuinely kind of scares me about sustainability, right? So I stop at a sign and it says that the Canadian River has carved out this gorge and it's like 600 feet deep. And you know, the river at one point has done all of this. And then you get down here and it's not even flowing. Came to check it out. I mean, yeah, this part is ice, but this is the riverbed. Like, it just runs out. So a river that can carve all of that out doesn't even flow in the wintertime anymore. All this driving, I'm actually almost there, and found my first little abandoned stop that I was able to stop in at. So let's check this bad boy out really quick. Pretty much done in here. Quite the collection of tumbleweeds there. Tell me this was like a makeshift wood burning stove to warm this place up. A little laundry room there. So not a lot left of this one, but I'll get some decent photos out of it. I love the wood paneling. I think that stuff's classic. I do find this little cabinet counter thing pretty interesting looking. I'm gonna drive around town for a little bit before I check into the hotel. There's supposed to be quite a bit of history here. This is said to be one of the most haunted towns in New Mexico, just in general. And I know that they have a museum as well that I want to try to check out. So before I check in, I'm going to go look at all those things. It's really interesting because most of Main Street kind of looks like this. It's like the public library. And as you can see, it is completely closed. Look, check it out. Pants outside the front door. So the museum actually closes at 3 o'clock, and I don't want to rush it, so I will have to come back in the morning. This town is really interesting. So here you got the courthouse and sheriff's office, decent size. There's like a super healthy mix of abandoned houses and then populated. They have a ton of like railroad side businesses that kind of look like that. It's like a cool mailbox on this one, and then like an abandoned Jeep and boat chilling in the yard. Blackjack Ketchum is rumored to have stayed at this hotel a lot and is actually rumored to have haunted him. And yeah, so he was a train robber in the 1890s. $42,000 he stole. This sign's not why I stopped here, though. I stopped here because of the dinosaurs. So I didn't realize, and I had heard about, I don't know why I didn't put it together, but there are tracks at the lake of dinosaurs. So I'm actually going to go hit up those dinosaur footprints really quick, because that's something that I had seen that I was like, oh, it'd be cool if I saw up there. Like, it was in the back of my mind, but I didn't put it two and two together that I was actually coming up into that area. And I don't know the next time I'm going to be up here. See, this is where I desperately need more time. I got over here and I was like feeling rushed and chaotic. I was like, my video is going to be all over the place because I want to show you guys. They have dinosaur footprints in the rocks around here. And then I got out here and I was like, well, this is a different episode. I'm staying in the hotel tonight. You know, who cares? It takes me it took me 4 hours, me more than 4 hours, but it's a 4-hour drive. It's a full tank of gas to get up here. And I got to come back. I got to come back because I'm doing the hotel tonight. I'm going to keep it the hotel tonight because this is trophy bass waters. So this is good fishing. This has the dinosaur footprints, which I want to show you guys. I do want to show you guys. I'm not going to show you this episode. I'm going to come back. And I'm going to come back soon because look at this. It's gorgeous. So I rushed all the way out here just to go back and to know that I got to come out here for another episode. This is where, you know, it would be really nice if I was already in the van and I was living in the van full time and you know, making money from YouTube or whatever. It wouldn't matter, right? I'd stay at the hotel. I'd spend a day at the museum and exploring Clayton. And then I'd spend a day out here and I'd come out here and I'd take you guys fishing and show you guys all that other stuff. But I got to go to work on Monday. So last week I asked you guys what you wanted to see next, and a haunted hotel stay won the show, which is how I ended up here at the Hotel Eklund. It's the backside of the hotel, so that's kind of where the parking area is. So kind of worried about leaving my truck there tonight. I'm all sketched out about that stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go in and check in now and see if I can stay in room 307 if it's available. This hotel is a National Register of Historic Places. It says for hotel guests arriving to check in, kindly enter through our side door. So now I'm going to come down here and hopefully go to the side door. And then now it says open for check-in at 4. And it's 3:43. Well, at least I can get my bag and everything ready. Hello, checking in.
And the name?
James?
James Dean.
James Dean, that's me. And then I was wondering if room 307 is available.
You'd rather go there than 206?
Yeah, when I was booking, I didn't know how to reserve a specific room.
Oh, okay.
But I was hoping that 307 was available. If not, 206 is fine.
I see. Yes,
Cool. Can I stay in that one, please?
you sure can. So just yourself?
Just me. 307. I'll give you the key on this little leather tag there. The reason that I requested 307 though is because it has the most reports of hauntings. So I'm excited to go check it out. Oh, this one has a bathroom. Remember when I stayed at the St. James Hotel, I didn't have my own bathroom. This one does. A couple little bottles of water. That one doesn't open, but this one's got a little TV in it. And then I've got a view kind of Main Street, True Value. Now I wonder if they have removed wallpaper because there's no wallpaper on here. These are painted, but people have seen faces in the walls up here, and they often hear creaking floorboards. So I actually know the name of the ghost that is supposed to be in this specific room causing the floorboards creaking and things like that. And she was a maid here. Her name is Irene. So tonight I'm gonna try a couple of different things with the ghost hunt. Somebody on my channel actually commented that I should give like a tribute. So like they recommended chocolate. So I'm gonna set out a piece of chocolate for her. And then after I set that out, I'm just gonna really try to set an intention of speaking to her, making some sort of communication, whether it's talking to her or making curtains move or something like that. That's kind of why I paused right here when I saw that curtain behind me. I was like, ooh, just in case. They have a lot of really cool old nostalgic things on the wall. So like this is an old paper. I'm trying to look for the date. Yeah, February 8th, 1929. 2 billion lost on Wall Street would be like a joy today. I gotta watch some Scooby-Doo to get the vibes right, you know what I mean? I'm actually right now, I keep getting so many video ideas. Like I wanna go back to the lake that's up here, right, for the fossils and just to fish and stuff like that. But you guys have actually given me a lot of ideas. Like I had somebody reach out on Facebook. Dell, he gave me an idea for a place to go try a burger in Las Cruces. So I want to go down there and then figure out where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do down there in order to eat the burger, right? And talking to a couple other people, there's a lot of ideas, and there's just like I'm learning so much more and more and more about the state that I'm losing track of everything I got to do, because I just like I'm such a just week by week kind of guy. But it'd be kind of nice to have a plan. So I'm going to be writing some stuff down and hanging out. I'm kind of glad that you guys. I'm glad that you guys voted for a hotel stay actually tonight, just because, like I said, I have been sick. So I'm glad that I get to at least stay somewhere warm and not sleep in the cold truck, because I'm still coughing like crazy. I feel okay. See, I cut the last one out, but I feel okay. But I just have had a cough and sinus stuff for the last couple days. Earlier this week, I had a fever and body aches and everything else that comes along with that. So, but yeah, thanks for voting, guys, and thanks for the input and everything too. So I hope this video comes out really, really good. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. We'll see. So they do have a restaurant here. I'm gonna head down and see what's up for dinner really quick. I'm just gonna kind of roam a little bit really quickly before I head back to my room. And check out some of the pictures. It's interesting too, because not every door has a name, but like this one does. Mine does. Always like seeing this kind of stuff. Like, you know, this photo is really old, but important enough that they'll frame it, even though it's torn. so I am going to get these curtains closed. Some people have reported actually seeing these move as well. So that would be, oh, as I walk into the bed frame. Be interesting if something like that happened to me tonight. Spooky enough as it is. Okay, guys, so the reports from this room specifically are, as you can hear, the floorboards creaking. They said that you can see faces in the wallpaper, but I think the room has been remodeled since they did that because there's no wallpaper in here. However, they do know the name of the ghost that supposedly haunts this room, and it's a maid, and her name was Irene. So somebody in my comments had told me to offer some chocolate, a little Milky Way. I'm gonna offer the Milky Way, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to really just try to set the intention of making contact with any spirit here in the Hotel Eklund, but more specifically with Irene, the ghost that's supposed to be here in this room. So I'm gonna try to not be a content creator right now and not worry about the camera so much as I'm going to try to make contact with Irene. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna start by just calming myself and trying to open myself up. If there's any spirits here in Hotel Eklund that would like to come forward, I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to make contact with you, and I'd like to communicate with you. Irene, you're known for being in this room, so if you can give me a sign that you're here with me, please come forward and do so. Yeah, I do have the spirit box going. I'm gonna turn the lights off really quick. I do have a flashlight, so I'll be using the flashlight instead. As you can see, there's the bathroom and everything behind me. So Irene, would you like to come through and say hi? Are there any spirits here in Hotel Eklund that would like to come say hi to me? Irene, I have this piece of chocolate for you. If you'd like to come get that. Irene, what's the reason that you're here? Did you guys hear that? There was something kind of weird that came through right there. Is there anybody here with me right now? You guys can talk to me through this box that I'm holding right here. Please come make yourself known. Irene, if that was you that just tried to come through right now, try again. Let me know that you're here. Who's here with me right now? Make yourself known. Show your face in the wall, make the floorboards creak. Say something on my device here. Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me how long you've been here? Oh no, open the chocolate. I'm gonna set it out actually right by the recorder. Irene, if you want that piece of chocolate that's yours, I brought that as a gift for you. That way I could hopefully meet you tonight. And you would come say hi to me. So I'm hoping that you're gonna come show up and give me a sign that you're here. Whether you talk to me through my box, or you make a noise, or you move something around the room. Please just come let me know that you're here with me. There's some hangers. I have some hangers right here. Is it possible for you to move those? That one I moved. The one that's swinging right now is me. Is it possible for you to move the hangers? Is it possible for you to make the floorboards creak? Is it possible for you to make a sound? Can anybody come through and make a sound or make those hangers move? Okay, so really quickly, I am just gonna change the settings on here. Let's
Line
see.
Bluetooth. Scanning FM.
See, now I have not used FM on this box a lot because it tends to pick up that. Like, that's a radio station coming through. You guys see how there's music coming through? That's why I typically with this box, I'll scan AM because I want to eliminate that. Like, I don't want a whole lot of radio stations coming through. I just feel like that's not fair to you guys, you know, because then it sounds like something weird. See, That's all just radio stations, though. That's why I typically don't use those. It seems like not not the highest quality investigation there if I'm getting radio stations to come through, because any word can come through on any radio station. So I laid down because, like I said, one of the more frequent reportings is that Irene will actually make the floorboards creak just kind of while you're chilling. So I'm just kind of laying here and I'm going to see if anything like that comes up. What's my name? What's your name? Who is here with me right now? Make yourself known. You guys see that? Laying down was a mistake. So aside from being a super historical hotel with a lot of history and really cool things about it, believe it or not, it's actually really comfortable. And I laid down and I've been sick all week and I feel like crap and falling asleep, actually. I was like kind of just waiting, hanging out, seeing if anything was going to happen, still trying to talk to ghosts. But now I'm going to go to bed. They do a free breakfast, so I'm going to head down there and see what they have. They framed it's hard for you guys to see, but that's a piece of the wallpaper from 1895 that has a bullet hole in it. So I had to come out to the cemetery because I wanted to see where Black Jack Ketchum had been buried. It says Tom and his brother Sam chose the outlaw trail and paid the ultimate price. Sam was shot by a posse and is buried in Santa Fe. Tom was hung in Clayton and is buried here. Now, they had pictures of his hanging in the bar at the hotel, right? And his hanging was botched. The executioner used a rope that was a little too long and it generated too much force. So when he dropped, instead of breaking his neck or strangling like a normal hanging, if you could say hangings were normal, he was decapitated in front of everybody. And they have pictures of his decapitation. Crazy. Apparently his head was sewn back onto his body afterwards, and then now he's buried right here. So I'm taking a different way back home today, and I found this town. That's a school in an abandoned house. The school doesn't look like it's used, so I might try to check that out. But there's this thing. It's a little house museum. And when I was in White Oaks, there was a little house like this that you could just walk into pretty much whenever. They left it open so you could see what houses were like back in the day. But this thing is stacked with tumbleweeds. But naturally, I want to see if it's open. So I cleared out all those tumbleweeds just to find out that it is in fact locked. And then there's like this old one right in front of the school that I'm gonna check out. I'm guessing this was probably for the teachers or something. Oh, actually not a whole lot left in this bad boy. This only happens, like, I think when the wall's all punched out and everything, that only happens because somebody does that, I think. I don't think that's natural degradation of a property. There's a broom. This says that the school and museum is on the National Register of Historic Places, and the Zia symbols, so 1937, that's when it was completed. All locked up though. So I had to get my flashlight just to check out some of this stuff, but there is stuff everywhere in here, and unfortunately moisture is starting to get the better of everything. But this is one of the most packed places I have ever seen. These are all the Western Horseman edition, news, military and Vietnam history. There's a baseball, a good old Three Musketeers box. Good old tube television. Let me put my hood on really quick. Lloyd Price, is that a... Look at that tape. What is that? That's an 8-track. Space Traveler, Space Weapons. I thought that was Hulk Hogan at first down there. Some other wrestler, Rick Rude maybe. It's a picture of Richard Nixon up there. And then who's that above him? I can't really, I mean, there's stuff all in the way. I can't really get all the way up there. Is that a picture of Babe Ruth on the door? I wish this place wasn't so packed, so it was just a little bit easier. Look, brown gravy. Still brown gravy in the glass. Yeah, I wish this place was not so packed, man. It's hard to navigate around. Look inside the refrigerator. Instead of refrigerated items, it's a bunch of model planes. Very cool. Preferred selection cola. Pants as per the usual. You guys know how that goes. 7-Up bottles. Some super old Coke bottles. Those are all newspapers. Another older TV. What? This place is tripping me out. Sorry, there's like so much to look at. My ADHD is not letting me focus on filming. I'm just like looking at everything. Holy smokes, this is cool. Suit jacket. Hanging up right before the basement. More books, of course. I mean, these are all just books. Just laying on the ground. Like, the roof is like shorter because I'm standing on books. So I'm in this basement right now, and there's some really cool, I mean, just insane stuff, like boots hanging from the ceiling, and magazines and newspapers, and old bottles, Foster's beer, Super Juice. These are just, the entire floor is just books. I can't even walk on the actual floor. It's all books. Take you guys back up. I'm like so upset that this is as hard to explore as it is, just because of the way that everything has fallen down and collapsed. And on top of that, like, nobody wanted to go through any of this. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that this is like an old Polaroid. How cool is that? Some more 8 tracks. I wanted to see what that little card was right there. See if there's anything cool behind the counter. Order forms. Some boxes. Old telephone, beef jerky box. This stuff is still around. That baking powder brand is still used. $1982 calendar. That's disgusting. Those are all dead mice. So I totally forgot to go to the museum. So it's a good thing that I gotta go back anyway for other videos. I will hit the museum the next time that I'm there. That's gonna be it for the video, guys. I'm back to a point where now I know I'm not gonna stop anywhere. I'm just gonna go home. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I freaking love you guys. You guys are the best. And I'll see you next week.